Hey, from Bugeyeguys. Tonight I just want to show you some of the big Healeys we're working on. We have a bunch of great Bugeye projects in progress, but 3 big Healeys all at once is a good reminder for me to make a little video about what we're doing with big Healeys, which is all exactly the same as far as we're concerned, different parts, but same knowledge base, just to try to get these things to be optimized. This one, the transmission's out. You can see right in the center your crankshaft there, and the rear main seal kit will go on. This one has a stainless exhaust system that we put on for this client as well. And I want to show you, we're going to upgrade his throw-up bearing. If you're unfamiliar, that rides on those little forks in there, if you can see them. But they are carbon throw-out bearings from the factory, and we put a roller bearing in there because they're much more durable. We've been writing a lot about that for Bugeyes, and it's same holds true for big Healeys. This flywheel is heat checked. You can see these cracks here, so we'll face that. That's from someone somewhere along the line riding the clutch and heating it up. You can actually see the color difference here is all from heat on the pressure plate. So he'll get a new clutch kit and that new throw-out bearing. He's also getting a new e-brake cable, so lots of these little details are being addressed. As I said, I want you to take a look at this one. This is a BJ7, a Mark II 3000, but it might as well be a Mark III because this would be the same transmission. That's a Tremec 5-speed, a center shift model with a 5-speed setup. And this car is getting that because it was jumping out of gear. We haven't run it yet. We will shortly. We'll put a seat in and take it for a drive, but it's all working now, at least statically. And so that's in motion. But the reason for that 5-speed conversion is that these overdrives are often very fussy. They have an oil pump and an accumulator, all the pieces. It's a lot of moving parts, a solenoid to actuate the hydraulics inside there. And this overdrive unit is original and wonderful, and this one happens to work fine, so we're just repainting the transmission in its proper color. However, many of these are not working, and that's where that 5-speed conversion makes a lot of sense. In the case of that car, it was jumping out of gear, so he needed a transmission rebuild anyway. But it's an interesting option, a lot more reliable, and a lot more consistency, and a really nice gear ratio setup as well. So that's something that you may want to think about. We get a much better first and second gear ratio. It's late night, everyone's gone home, a little dark up here, but you should be able to see. Here's another really nice BJ8 with ivory coves, and this one we also fixed a number of little subtle things. For example, there on the floor, if I light them up, it makes it worse. Those are gold brass floats, one of which is half full of fuel. We had a small overrun problem with some leaking fuel, pretty subtle, but we took it apart and found those. We put in Viton floats. Those won't leak, they're ethanol proof. And then this is a really sweet Bluetooth stereo setup. There's 2 speakers, 1 in each footwell. This is the original radio knockout with the 3000. We didn't want to take that out. I think that looks much better than a radio would look. So now you turn on your phone and it finds this little box and you can play whatever's on your phone. It's a great setup. Hugely improved sound quality than most of the mono systems that you would find in these old British cars. But nice, really nice upgrade. Here are some inertia reels in blue, so you now have 3-point seat belts. We fixed the run-on problem on this car. That's very satisfying because that's kind of annoying. We had a windshield glass issue. Somebody had put a screw that was too long in the grab handle on the other side. It scratched the glass. So now we've restored the glass and replaced the rubbers. So that's a nice trim fix that we did. We restored this telescopic knurled ring setup. Those are almost always worn, and we fixed all that. So now it's locked and it won't pull in and out. You can loosen it and telescope it if you like. Most people want it forward, but now that works. We also align the steering wheel straight so that it has the proper configuration like it was from the factory. That way you could see the gauges through those big open spaces. It's kind of the Mercedes emblem sort of shape. That's the correct way to do it. We put a base under the windshield, under the rear view mirror so that it helps you to see much better over the back, especially if the top is on. It allows you to see over the fabric that's beneath the plastic window. So all of these little things, there was also some a front end problem that we repaired. They've all been addressed, and so it's very similar to what we love doing most with Bugeyes, which is ironing out the kinks and making a good car into a spectacular car. And I'm delighted that we're doing that more with Big Healeys and other British cars for that matter. But with Big Healeys in particular, we have a really strong knowledge base. We're happy to pick up your Big Healey anywhere in the country, bring it here, you know, and execute similar repairs to finally get your car really well sorted. If you don't have a good resource, we're happy to help you. So please feel free to call us. If you'd like parts for any of these upgrades, you can call us for that as well at Bugeyeguys.